George Lucas.
Now we're in the after show.
For what?
For this George Lucas Talk Show after show starts now.
The after show is like sassy, right?
I mean, this is when things get
unbuttoned.
What just happened? I got booted from the show. I come back. There's all this yelling and screaming. No one's listening to Watto. We know the #1 rule is always listen to Watto.
Thank you.
Okay, so you want a bumper, Watto? Is that what you were saying?
Yes.
So yeah. I need to open the bumper factory?
Back in here. Bring yes. Bryson back in here.
Well, let me open the bumper factory, and then we can bring Bryson.
Bring Bryson back in here.
Why do we do the regular show? You're watching that. I'm genuinely thinking, like, why are we not just watching this every week? Longer and longer versions of that.
I mean, I got good news, George. That seems like what next week's going to be.
No, Oops All Bumpers is going to be its own thing. But, like, I'm just watching that. I'm like, Bryson, what are you doing? Why aren't you just making feature-length movies that never end?
George, coming from you, that's a real compliment.
Yeah, of course it is. That's why I said it, Bryson. Jesus.
He doesn't know when he's complimenting someone. This
is why you're a great visual filmmaker, because filmmaking is all about show, don't tell. Because you just did something that was beautiful, captivating, so expressive. And then I paid you a compliment, and then you said to me, coming from you, that's a real compliment. Think about the sentence that you said to me, Bryson.
I'm sorry, George.
Wow. Hearing that sound, it sounds like a sentence you said. You're saying it with your mouth. You're just, of course it's a compliment coming from me.
Yes.
You throw that back in my face. What a ridiculous sentence to respond with.
Yeah. Thank you, George.
This is why we say show, don't tell. Because telling is stupid.
So next week, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, The whole dang show's Oops All Bumpers.
That's right.
And let's say this. No regular show. It's a special event. This is taking the place of our charity marathon this month.
Yeah.
It is going to be a fundraiser drive for Planet Scum. We've done such a good job. We've raised so much money, almost $200,000 over the last year for different charities. But sometimes it feels like we forget to tell people that there's a button down below that helps support this show. So we're going to do a special one-off show of Oops All Bumpers. No regular show, trying to raise money to keep the lights on at Planet Scum for people like Bryson, Jersey Dave.
Hang on, we should...
Jess, Forrest,
Hex.
the Kingpin, Gethard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not
Gethard doesn't
Not
get
lead
that.
with
No.
that one.
We'll take some money from him. Going to take a little bit.
So this is a good time to say also, if you guys are enjoying the show tonight or have enjoyed the show in the past, now would be a good time. Pay what you want, suggested donation. It really does help out. Doesn't have to be a lot of money. Doesn't have to be a little bit of money. It's whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
We put out
a little bit of money. If you want to give a few dollars.
Yeah.
We're
$4
happy with that. But if you're sitting there and let's say you have $25,000 and you're like, oh, I wanted to give all 25 and they don't want it. They only want small donations. I won't get in the way.
No.
If you want to give that much money because maybe you're a billionaire. I know we've got at least a few billionaires who watch the show.
It's true.
At least.
At
least a few. And if you're a
I'm
billionaire
going to...
and for you, a small amount of money is a lot by Planet Scum standards.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I'm going to go get pie number 3 now that we're in the after show.
Well,
it's time for
Watto,
dessert pies.
Watto, before you go, and while we're talking about this, someone asked if they can fund their own bumper. Meaning, what I'm guessing is, if you want to donate a certain amount, I think you can send along a bumper as long as it's like not, bad. Like not like
you don't have to keep me here for this. This is a thing for you to take up with Bryson, my man.
Okay. Well, how much do you think people should have to pay if they want to submit a bumper that is, not sexist, racist, homophobic, like obviously well within our
targeted.
Yeah, within our boundaries.
Well, here's the thing. I'll say
you make the bumper, you submit it.
I was going to say that. What do you think is a good bumper buy?
I don't know. I think if you donate,
somebody's suggesting 1138.
Well, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
Unless it's $113.08 or 80 cents. I don't know.
Yeah, I think if you do $113.80,
or should we say because we'll still be celebrating the 50th birthday of THX 1138. What about is 50 a good amount for good old THX? Just
no, let's keep it at 1138. Just because we also have bumpers that have already been submitted.
So
and
$113.80.
Yeah. And if you have it and you've created it, you can send it to the George Lucas Talk Show at gmail.com and they will get.
Now, should we say this? If they send a bumper and it does not meet with our approval, we keep the money.
Yeah. Morality clause applies.
Morality clause, that's right.
Everyone's favorite character. Morality clause.
I do want to say somebody in the chat was asking if the button down below was Prime subscriptions. No, we're talking PayPal link, baby. It's on planetscum.live. It says support the show right there. Yeah. Twitch takes too much money.
We don't do that.
Yeah.
We don't. That's none of our Bezos.
None of our Bezos. So yeah.
Apple pie.
Oh.
Wow.
You guys didn't ask my favorite pie before. You just went through the thing and didn't even ask me.
What's your favorite pie?
For the record, he didn't ask me either.
Oh, wow, Patrick. You're real.
I'll say this. You guys were talking a lot at the top of the show, and I wanted to get the guests involved.
They were there.
Georgie, okay?
No. They were there. We were all being asked about pie. Hey, look, it's Davey.
Hey, it's Davey. I just want to say someone is asking the Prime sub still helps, right? Yeah, it's free money. With Prime, you get a free subscription to one Twitch channel. Make it ours. It's free money.
Okay.
That's none of our Bezos.
Now, Watto,
None of our Bezos.
Watto, what was the bumper you wanted from Bryson?
I want 2 bumpers.
Okay.
2 bumpers. Okay.
1. We see a mysterious gray-haired man from behind. He walks up to a marble wall, chisel and hammer in hand. Chip, 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 chip. Chip, 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 chip. He blows away the dust. He steps back to marvel at his work. Always listen to Watto. The man turns around. It's George. He gives us a thumbs up. That's bumper 1.
Okay.
Bumper
This is
2.
in order of priority, Watto, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Bumper 2. Black and white.
Mhm.
The camera moves gracefully through a boxing ring.
I'm going to... Okay.
Ding, 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 ding. We see Jake LaMotta
Oh,
preparing,
wow. Now,
getting ready to fight.
Hang on. Is this real Jake LaMotta? Is this De Niro Jake LaMotta? Or is this...
Bryson's the artist. Bryson's the artist. I'm giving him this space here to decide.
Yeah.
Okay, Jake LaMotta. He's in the ring. Classic Scorsese shot. It's like POV, like you're his opponent, right? And who's the opponent? Boom! Fist comes at the corner of the frame, knocks LaMotta out. We cut to Watto. This isn't Jake LaMotta. This is Watto's motto. And then at the bottom it says, based on the comedy stylings of Rhea Butcher, because Rhea pitched this.
Okay.
She said, Rhea said that there should be a Watto's motto segment. We're going to do what they said. That's the bumper.
Okay. I want to
Okay.
get this right. Based on...
The comedy stylings of Rhea Butcher.
Okay.
Watto's motto. And always listen to the Watto.
All right, Bryson, you ready?
I mean, I'll give it a go.
Bye-bye, Bryson.
I'm trying to... Bryson is stepping up the ambition of the bumpers, and I'm trying to step them up too, because I feel like there's a real story being told in both of those bumpers I pitch. There's a twist at the end of each one.
Yeah. T-A-A-L-T. Talk about a little twist. I do want to show off my Bring the Noise shirt this week. It says Julie Jamboree. It's a good one.
This is the Julie Jamboree.
Julie Jamboree. What's that? I just want to show that off.
It says, that's what it says, is the Julie Jamboree.
She's good at making shirts. She's good at what she does.
Yeah, she is.
Um,
This is nice. This is just kind of relaxing after show vibe. Meeting a pie. George's What?
What?
A guest?
I mean, if the bumper comes up, it must mean there's a guest here.
In the after show?
This has never happened before.
Oh my god. Do you want to introduce them, or should the guest type their own introduction to the private
I
chat?
think the guest should maybe say how they would like to be introduced in the private chat. I think that's probably the best.
Yes! If you can hear me and you want to be introduced onto the show, type your introduction into the private chat and Watto will read it verbatim. Meanwhile, I'm going to eat a little apple pie. Happy Pie Day.
We're just going to sit here.
Folks, Grogros and Grogras, please welcome onto the George Lucas Talk Show. Very excited about our next guest.
This is a big one.
The man of the shadows. Welcome, MMAN.
Wow, Batman.
Wow. Excuse me, no, Batman.
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 Batman. Hello, Batman.
Batman.
It's so nice to meet you. How's your night going?
You know, between this mask and the face mask, not too bad. Not too bad. How about you?
Now, have you been quarantining, been staying inside, or are you still going out and fighting crime? You know, beating up vigilantes, the like.
I've been hiding the whole time, just letting the vigilantes roam about.
In the shadows, yes, in the shadows.
Do you like that? Does that get exhausting?
Roaming in the shadows? No, I mean, I am a shy guy. You know.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, it's fine. I'm shy. You know, it's fun to be like, hey, stop that over there. And they're like, cool. And you're like, oh, nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody.
And then you get them.
I have a question for Batman. Do you ever worry that you are not getting enough vitamin D by spending so much time exclusively in the shadows?
I actually have orange juice at hand. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Wow. Batman, I can't believe you're showing us this much of your secret lair.
Well, I'm at
Would you describe?
Wow.
Okay, hang on. Now, what are we talking? We talking pulp free? We talking pulpy? Pulp free.
Pulp free.
They didn't have pulp available, so.
You like pulp?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's where all the nutrients come from.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Of course.
Now, is this cave that we're seeing, is this the Bat Cave or the MMAN Cave?
The MMAN Cave.
The MMAN Cave. All right.
Now, what are your favorite parts about this MMAN Cave? And again, I know you're a secret guy. I know you're a private guy, girl. I'm not going to guess gender. I know you're a secret private person. Is this a place that you bring friends over, or do you kind of try to keep this separately?
You know, I know I'm a guest, but why don't we just keep this conversation onto you guys? I drew some fan art.
What?
You guys were.
That is a very
That's
good piece of
pretty
art.
good. Look at these guys.
Original Baby Yoda.
The original Baby Yoda right here.
Baby Yoda right here.
The original.
The big four.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I'm big fans of you guys.
Oh, that's
good. Wow. Wow. What
now,
an honor we're fans.
You have to understand, Batman, that coming in like this and then saying, let's keep the conversation on you guys is a big ask.
It's not, Patrick. It's not a big ask. It's the smallest of asks.
Okay.
Let's keep the conversation on us, Patrick. Is that so much to ask? How dare you?
Yeah. Patrick, you never even thought to ask us if we wanted to be asked questions. That's why Batman is showing a great amount of consideration here. We would love to talk about ourselves, Batman. We are open books. What do you want to know?
Yeah.
Oh, we lost Batman. Oh no. Batman's gone.
Patrick.
Patrick, look what you
I
did.
did not do this.
Patrick, you
I
booted
did not-
Batman.
I did not do this.
You babooted.
I did not
You babooted Batman.
I did not baboot Batman.
When we have a guest who makes one tiny request, the tiniest of requests,
Little.
immediately shamed Batman.
It was not a shaming.
That's a big ask.
Well, no, I just felt like if you got Batman here, I have a lot of questions for Batman.
But we have a lot of time. We have a lot of time. We would have gotten. We needed to earn Batman.
What? Patrick, tread lightly.
Not me. This Wado, when the computer says that there is a new guest here, I can't do anything about it.
I'm not saying. I'm saying tread lightly with this next guest. You've already lost us one guest tonight. Now you said if we have Batman here, I want to ask him some questions. Don't think about what you want. Think about what the guest wants. Stop prioritizing Patrick.
You say when the incoming guest's siren plays, there's nothing you can do. There's one thing you can do, Patrick. You know what that is? Produce the dang show.
and listen to the water. Okay. Guest, can you hear me? How do you want to be introduced? Type it into the private chat. Patrick, tread lightly. Folks, very excited about this next guest on the George Lucas Talk Show. Grogers and Grogras, please welcome Charlyne, random fan, not Batman.
That's a good rhyme. That's a good rhyme.
Thank you guys for having me on the show. I was like, wow, you guys have Batman? That's crazy.
I know.
Yeah, well, we did. One of the shortest guests we've ever had in terms of screen time because Patrick was very, very rude. But we're going to be very good hosts and friendly hosts.
Yeah, it seemed like you guys scared him. That's crazy.
Yeah. Batman famously without a man without fear, you know, just absolutely fearless. And yet Patrick scared Batman away.
Batman should rename himself Batman, the man with only one fear, Patrick.
Oh, he's going into his cotton cocoon.
You know,
Charlyne, you need to understand, when he feels attacked, he takes a nap, he eats a snack. It's the only thing he knows how to do.
You know, I don't know Batman, but it seems like his body language was like all over the place. Like he was afraid of being asked questions, and he was afraid of saying why he was your guys' fan. Like he didn't know who you guys were or something.
No, I don't think that's going to be a problem with you. You're a random fan. You're for real.
Oh, Patrick, though.
Patrick.
Yeah, I know who Patrick is.
Do you have questions for Patrick?
Charlyne and I have met. I don't think
Patrick. Yeah, I met him a couple of years ago, but I recently just saw the George Lucas, the first Star Wars too.
Whoa!
But I had never met Watto.
No,
I'm just a little confused here. You're a fan of Patrick?
Yeah, he's hilarious. Like, you know, he's got all the dance moves.
This is the second week in a row that Patrick has been accused of doing comedy.
Well, yeah, comedy, persona, just being himself. He's just, you know, he's very grounded and is like just.
I'm very round, George. I'm very round. I've been inside for a year. I'm round.
I think she said grounded, not rounded.
I heard rounded.
There's that classic Patrick Cottonart comedy.
Everything is a joke with this guy.
This guy will mishear something and turn it into comedy, or as he calls it, cottonmedy. COTNMEDY.
It's like the compliment with music to his ears, like literally.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hang on. Does Charlyne rhyme with comedy? I guess kind of.
Yeah. I guess.
Has anyone ever said that?
Can we, Patrick? Can you push the three of us off to the side and you headline?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you headline. We're the Pips.
Yeah. Do a set. Do a full. Because that's already you just did a joke.
Do you want me to sing? What do you want me to do?
No, comedy. We want comedy.
Yeah, do your late night 5.
I'm sitting next to a piano.
Charlyne, can you play? Do you know a song that I will also know? Like, do you know like the Star Spangled Banner?
No, not at all.
Or the Monster Mash. Do you know the Monster Mash?
I could play some saxophone and you can sing either of those songs onto it.
Let's do it.
Done deal.
Okay. All right.
George Watto, should I take you off or do you want to stay on?
Take us off.
Oh, okay.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, And the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, they prove through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Are you finished? Great, I can stop kneeling now.
Watto. Watto. Hashtag woke Watto.
Yeah, hashtag woke Watto. Yeah, hashtag woke Watto. Watto says trans rights.
Hey, you're right.
I am.
Thank you. I agree. Charlyne,
Patrick.
how are you? What, George?
It was a fine performance, but you did get out of doing another joke.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, that was just like a distraction from having the pressure of having to.
This is a classic Patrick move. You set up a bit, and then Patrick will do anything but that bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Patrick, that was nice,
No,
but that was
I'll do
you
it.
singing the national anthem before the baseball game. And the baseball game in this case is you doing your tight late night five.
No, I'll do it. All right, you ready? Here we go.
Tight. Keep it tight. A tight late night five.
Thank you. Sit down. Everybody sit. Cool out. Thank you. And hello, New York City. Thank you for coming out.
New York.
Don't let the lights and cameras throw y'all. We're filming a movie here tonight, and y'all are going to be in this except only I'm getting paid for this. Every now and then, I take a joke too far. That's why I haven't been on the road the last 3 years. Didn't y'all see Delirious? In Delirious, I was making fun of a lot of entertainers, too. That's when I got scared. I did some jokes about Mr. T, and Mr. T was going to Ed up. He was, and I was scared because y'all see Mr. T? He don't look like, like he can fight. He looks like he can whip some right? And I was petrified. I would walk at parties and people say, yo, man, Mr. T was just here looking for you. He was walking up to people saying, I'm going to whip Patrick Cotner's when I see him. Then I watched the show because I didn't know him to see what kind of guy he was. And the character on the show, he ain't too bright. So I figured if he came up to me, I could just use the Jedi mind trick on him. Mr. T walk up and I go, I heard you did some jokes about me. No, I didn't. Maybe I did. I'm going to beat up that fool that told me them lies. I'd be at parties here. He was looking at me and I would just leave. I don't want to fight Mr. T. Then I found out Michael Jackson was looking for me. I was like, when my manager called me up and was like, yo, man, Michael Jackson is mad. I was like, so? Because I Mike up. Mike don't weigh but $105, I bust that on Mike. I was looking for him, but my manager said, we don't know everything about Michael. He might be this bad behind closed doors. He's a recluse. Behind closed doors, he might be completely different. And I'd be at a party and have Michael walk up to me one day and it'd be like this. Can I talk to you for a minute? Yeah. What's your problem, man? Well, how come you keep with me then, huh? What's all this jokes? You don't like my clothes? I'm Michael Jackson. I will bust your ass. Get the out. I will moonwalk all up and down your ass. You mind your business. I hear some. I'm going to put this glove up your ass. I'll see you later. That's a dumb. I could never. I've been trying for 5 months to do the moonwalk and I can't do that. It's the dumbest dance ever because I can't do it. And that's why I say it's stupid. But how can you do the moonwalk and ask a woman to dance? Be at a party, be like, hey, baby, come on, let's dance. See you later. Do the moonwalk. That's some stupid. Michael can do that, though. Michael's so famous. Michael went on TV and everything he says, the public believes. Went on television and said, I don't have sex because of my religious beliefs. And the public believed it. I know brothers were like, get the out of here. And white people go, Michael's a special guy. He's special. I mean, he's good, clean, and wholesome. All right, that's my time.
Patrick, you think I'm not going to recognize the work of a man that I co-starred with? Patrick, your mother comes on this show regularly.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea when we asked for a set that we were getting a set Mencia style. Jokes lifted from other comics.
I'll say this. I just Googled it and started reading it, and I had no idea how far I'd be able to go before I would have to stop. I got farther than I thought.
Right.
I thought you were going to make it 4 sentences.
I did too.
Your mother comes on this show, and you throw out that kind of language. That language. You don't wear it well. You don't wear it well, Patrick.
That kind of filth, floor and filth.
When this is on YouTube, when this is on YouTube,
Are you going to address the filth, floor and filth?
When this is on YouTube, I'll bleep it. She'll have no idea. You know.
We'll know.
Charlyne,
We'll know that it was filth, floor and filth.
Oh, hang on. I did just get a text.
Read it.
It is from, oh God, she's typing. It is from my mother, and it says, "You went too far."
Ooh, she's not wrong.
She said, "Too late for that."
Charlyne, how should Patrick respond to his mother?
Yeah. How about this?
He cannot be trusted to share his own words right now. He needs some guidance.
Yeah. Help write a response to Patrick's mother.
I think he could take this one on his own. Write some original words.
Patrick, take a note. This is your text response. Say, "I'm sorry, mommy." You type that?
I sent it.
Okay.
Mommy.
Yeah. Now type mommy again. That's a good note, Watto. Just mommy.
Mommy.
Now type, "Remember when I was a baby, I was so well behaved."
Okay.
You give me all the recycling and I just play with it all day.
Okay.
All right.
I think that's good.
Hopefully that'll do it. Hopefully you'll be back in our good graces.
Charlyne,
do we have that clip? I'm sorry.
Yeah, do we have that clip?
Just so Charlyne is on the same page. Do we have that clip?
I didn't know it was happening. I was like, oh, he has a set. And then I was like, oh, it's not stopping. And then I was like, oh, it's a scene I'd never seen.
And now would you like to see how that man that you just watched do comedy, plagiarize comedy, would you like to see how he got his start in show business?
How he started in show business.
He started out as a literal recycling baby.
I was such a big fan of Patrick.
Well, hang on. You still can be.
This is his early work. Watch this. He's a little trash baby.
On October 19th, recycling glass and metal food and beverage containers, plastic bottles number 1 and number 2, newspapers, corrugated cardboard, and yard waste will be as easy as a short walk to the curb. Recycling bins and detailed guidelines on
That's Patrick.
That's Patrick.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. He wants the bottles.
Want the bottles. That's my front yard.
curbside recycling, a convenient way to make Enfield a neater place.
I think that was your parents' front yard.
Yeah.
I don't think you had any ownership stake in that property.
You need to understand. We had to show you that clip, Charlyne, so you could understand the narrative. He went from being a recycling baby to a trash mouth.
Yeah.
That trash coming out of his mouth, the filth, floor, and filth.
Yes, that trash that was coming out of his mouth was him recycling other comedians' material.
Yes, he recycles their recycling and turns it into garbage.
That's footage of the little baby looking, are there any jokes in here I can steal?
Any jokes? I want to steal a joke.
He took the wrong message from recycling.
Charlyne, who are your favorite comedians growing up?
I don't know. Harpo Marx.
That's a good one.
But I don't ever see like some clips here and there. I haven't actually seen any movies. And then I read his book, part of his book, when I had a fever and I got lost in the library.
You got lost in the library?
I had a fever and it was so high. I started like passing out and I was like, well, while I'm getting relaxed on this carpet, I like pulled a book and it was the Harpo Speaks.
Yeah.
I was reading that and I was like, this is gonna change my life. And I like fell asleep on the ground. And I only went to college for a quarter for that segment of time. I passed out, fell asleep in the library.
A fever dream.
Wow.
You were having a fever
Great
dream.
story.
Wow. Do you remember where this library was?
I went to this college called UC of Riverside, but I only went because my I was supposed to go into art school, but my art teacher forgot to send my portfolio because he was drunk, and then I accidentally was looking for a job at like a improv comedy club, and that's when everything changed. I saw a flyer that was like, you can do comedy too, and I remember taking the flyer. I was like 18. I was like, this is gonna change my life. And then I was like, what is this gonna change my life? No one thinks I'm funny. I get in fights in school. There's no way I'm gonna become a comedian.
Yeah.
But it did change my life.
Joke's on you. It did change your life.
Very funny. You're very funny.
Very funny, Charlyne.
Oh, you guys know my work?
Yeah.
Well,
Big fans!
Retired filmmaker George Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
And hashtag woke Watto. We're big fans of your work.
Yeah.
I was telling what was that?
No, I was going to say, George and I very often will say to each other, you know, thank God Charlyne found that flyer. We'll say that sometimes. You ever think how lucky we are that Charlyne found that flyer? Thank God. I don't believe in God, but you get the gist. I mean, it's using it more as a figure of speech. Sorry, what were you going to say, Charlyne?
Oh, I was saying that I was telling Patrick I didn't know if I could be on the show because I don't know that much about Star Wars.
Yeah.
And a couple years ago, Ryan Johnson, that's his name?
Yeah.
Asked me to audition for Star Wars, and I'd never seen it, and I didn't want to watch it in case I got nervous because what if I became a super fan and it made me scared? And I met up with him at dinner, and he was like, "Oh my God, I just met Carrie Fisher. It was so incredible." And I go, "Who's that?" And he goes, and I go, "Oh man, that's so cool! That is so cool. You met her. Oh wow!" And I just lied the whole time. I just didn't want to become like nervous and know about the stuff.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, later I watched the first 3, and you guys did a fantastic job. I haven't seen Watto.
Oh, so you watched 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Watto's in the first 2. I mean, you can, save the best for last. But I had a similar experience with George, because you have to think George hired people to make me on the computer for the movie. And then George was like, "Hello, nice to meet you. I'm George Lucas." And I had to go, "Oh, big fan. I love your movies." I hadn't seen the movies. They just rendered me. I was brand new. I hadn't seen shit. I'd love them so much.
And I knew you hadn't. I would have known if we had made you watch movies before I met you. We hadn't made you watch.
You would have put it in the programming.
Yeah.
You could have coded me to have seen the movies. You didn't.
It was very important for your character in 1 and 2 to have not seen 4, 5, and 6 as films.
That's right. That's what he told me later, is that he thought if I had seen the movies, then I would have kept on in the scenes going, this is just like that.
That is
Star
part
Wars
of the reason,
movie.
and we haven't talked about this. That is part of the reason why Watto is not in episode 3 is because somebody showed him 4, 5, and 6 after the Clones rap party. I don't remember who. Do you remember who it was who showed it to you? Was it McCallum?
It was Jar Jar.
Yeah,
it was Jar Jar.
Jar Jar showed you. I knew it was either McCallum or Jar Jar. Showed you those movies, and then when we started filming scenes for 3, you kept telling the other characters what happens later.
Right. I had a scene where I came on. I like knocked on the door of Princess of Queen Amidala's bedroom, and I was like, "Hey, so sorry to interrupt here." And then you could hear George off camera saying, "Watto, you're not in this scene." And then I just said, "I'm sorry, I won't stay for long. Just want to warn you." He turns into Darth Vader. You got to get out while the getting's good, honey. Get out. Yeah. This guy, red flag.
Yeah.
He's turning into Vader. And George was like, "I can't use this."
The problem is the scenes were legitimately great. But they were
I tried my hardest to make them pop as a performer. I gave them my all.
Yeah. They were legitimately great scenes, but sometimes the best scenes you shoot actually detract from the movie overall. You know, they actually don't serve the larger story. And I thought this ruins everything. If Watto just goes around telling everybody what's going to happen decades later, that's not, because I would have had to go re-special edition 4, 5, and 6 so that those characters had learned, oh, the prophecies of Watto. This is exactly what we thought would happen. We were told, you know,
which was my pitch. That was my pitch to you. The prophecies of Watto.
I had a question for Watto and George, but I was going to say, did it make you feel like Watto having to be CGI'd? Were you like, oh, that's a relief. I don't want my anonymity. It's like, it's me, but it's not me. And I was wondering also, the follow-up is, what was the reasoning behind that, George, to not go with live action Watto?
That's a good question.
Well, it was massive relief for me because we talked about this in the past, but all of the scenes that Watto was in were shot in Tunisia, right? Where it's like really hot, dusty and everything. And so Watto was just on a hard drive in a tent with a bunch of fans around him. And they got some jamoke named Andy Succumb to be my stand-in and to like just be eyeline for people. And I just could sit off to the side and go like, they'll add me in later. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm seeing Liam Neeson over there. He's flop sweating. You know, he's like holding ice packs up to himself or whatever. And Watto's like, I'm made in the shade, baby. Literally. I mean, I was made on a computer in the shade. George?
I knew that Watto would not be the Toydarian that he is if we had ever gone with it. There was no consideration on my part that he would ever be practical. I knew he was meant to be CGI. And I think it would be that's who he is, and that's who he's always been. And there were people who were not comfortable with it. And I remember telling everyone on the first day of Phantom, I said, Watto is CGI, and anyone who has a problem with that can deal with me first, because that's just how he's always been, and I think he looks great, and I think he is. I've never even, and this is I don't know if I've ever said this, even unrendered Watto looks great. Like even when you just see,
come on,
even before you render, like there were times where I was tempted, like, do we even need to render him? What if we release it unrendered? I thought, no, let's do it. Let's render him just a little bit, you know.
Charlyne, you've done voices for animation. You've done voiceover work. You've never done like a motion capture thing, have you?
Mm-mm.
Is that something you want to do? Because your question sounded like you're kind of tantalized by the idea of being able to play a character through CGI with the anonymity. Is that appealing to you?
Yeah, it sounds great. I'm a pretty shy person. I think I'm a little more free when people don't see my face. Like your prior guest that was here.
Yeah, Batman.
Batman.
I almost feel like I'm a better actor if you can't see my face. So I was like, you know, maybe that would like expand things for me. Yeah.
Well, let's say, because also like motion capture, it opens up the casting possibilities, right? Because suddenly you can play like any species, you can play a very different size or shape than your own body, things you physically couldn't do. Is there like, let's come up with what the dream motion capture role is here.
Well, when I was little, when I wanted to do acting, I didn't know I was like a woman or small bodied. I was like, oh, Clint Eastwood, I can't wait to play a role like Clint Eastwood, you know? Or like The Godfather, I got chubby cheeks. I'm gonna go play The Godfather. Like, it never occurred to me, like, I will never cast as a fucking tough guy mobster.
Yeah.
Or I won't be the Clint Eastwood stoic type. I come off as kind of a little spazzy, a little quirky or whatever. Like, to me, I was like, I can't wait to act. I can't wait to play all these male parts that are just like looking around and being cool.
Now I feel like
technology exists.
But I feel like now is the time we could have Charlyne read a Godfather quote or two and see what her take would be.
When I watched The Godfather when I was in 5th grade, and I didn't need cotton balls in my mouth, but I put them there anyway.
Okay.
And everyone in school would call me Chubby Cheeks, and I was like, you know what? I just watched The Godfather. That is a compliment.
Yeah.
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 And I always recite things I didn't understand.
Do you have any cotton balls? Do you have any that you could use to do a speech of as Don Corleone?
Let me.
I worked on the Godfather. I shot second unit because Francis was my mentor.
I didn't
And
know that.
so like anytime you see like certain shots, like when they look at a newspaper headline and it cuts to we see that newspaper, I was shooting second unit on that. So I was shooting like those little insert shots they needed.
That's crazy. I didn't know any of that.
Yeah.
I'm getting some toilet paper right now.
Great.
Okay, I'm gonna put a quote in the private chat.
Okay.
I just copied a random Don Corleone quote.
Get a good meaty one. Like one of the.
I'm getting like a little mini speech.
Hold on, and I'll hold on. I can set the scene for this.
I also haven't seen this since I was in 5th grade.
Yeah, but we want you to put your own spin on it. You know, you don't have to do it exactly like.
Hold on.
Like,
I'm gonna try and set the scene. Okay.
Okay.
While you prepare this, okay. Hold on.
You talk about vengeance. Vengeance. Is vengeance gonna bring your son back to you? Or my boy back to me? I forgot the vengeance of my son. But I had selfish reasons. My young son was forced to leave. This is so long.
Keep going. You're right there. You're right there. Stay in it. Keep going.
My youngest son was forced to leave this country because of the Lazo business. All right. Oh no, now I'm doing.
They're close. They're close. They're very similar.
What are you doing? This is perfect.
Everyone confuses Brando with Watto. They're very similar actors.
Yeah, most of they share a lot of the same letters. No. You can do this.
We got it.
No. I think we still. I want to hear the rest of the speech.
I don't even know where the speech goes. I have a.
You're putting your own
If
stamp.
If you want to find a better quote, I'll let you find one.
No, I haven't. I have this thing called. I don't. It's not really called this, but stress dyslexia. When I get nervous, that's when everything gets crazy. But like, I've been doing voiceover for like maybe 4 or 5 years, and after 4 years of work with like the same cartoon, I was like, "The jig is up. I'll just tell you, since you haven't fired me, I have stress dyslexia." And they're like, "No wonder! Every time you would get stressed out, it wouldn't make sense."
Huh?
And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, I didn't want to tell anyone, but now, usually when I'm calm enough, I can read. But I was like, "Oh no!" Between the gagging right now.
I think it worked because I think we want to see Don Corleone like what happens when he gets stressed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Everybody gets stressed. Everybody gets stressed.
I just
Everybody
saw
gets stressed.
Sopranos for the first time. It's so good. I didn't know if it was a period piece or not. Did you guys have anything to do with the Sopranos?
I mean, have you guys, Watto, George, have you seen The Sopranos? We've never talked about The Sopranos on here.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Watto has never seen The Sopranos.
Is that true? Watto would love The Sopranos.
I would say that Watto in general likes mob stuff less than most people.
Okay. I think Watto would like it though.
Watto,
I don't think I wouldn't like it, but I always rate the best mafia stuff lower than most people do.
Let me ask
in
this.
the pantheons.
You like Analyze That?
Well, yes, that's funny.
It is funny.
Right.
That's like mafia, but comedy.
That is, yeah. Charlyne, did you like it?
I fast forward through all the violent stuff, but yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So it was like a
that's
Quibi.
great.
It was like what, one Quibi?
Yeah, it was just like mostly eating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just like woke up this morning. No, skip the next part. You don't get yourself a gun. Just like wake up this morning.
Exactly.
Don't get themselves.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
You want me to? I can, if you want, I can edit a violence-free where we cut all allusions to anything violent, and I can give you a cut of the full series if you want.
Okay.
Star Wars or Sopranos?
Sopranos.
Oh,
That would be amazing. Thanks. I'll
Yeah.
I got the violence out of Star Wars. It's called Star Wars, but the Sopranos has no reference to violence in the title. It's about singing.
Right. It's not called The Soprano Wars.
Yeah.
You're right.
Charlyne, what did you think of Star Wars? Because you just watched it recently. As someone who I'm sure you went into it with a lot of preconceived notions, because it's the thing that's discussed so much. Is there anything that surprised you, good or bad, in watching it for the first time?
And don't feel the need to be positive just because George is here.
Okay, right. George is here.
George.
Now I just feel a little. Now I feel like I have.
Here, we'll do this. Anne, I'll do this. Just
thank you. But George is here, right?
No, George isn't here.
He's gone.
George is not here. He's not here.
I really liked Harrison Ford's character a lot. That was really fun.
Mhm.
I was like, I not only want to date him, but I want to be him.
I mean, yes, very much. Yes, that is the reaction that everyone has when they see that movie.
And then it made me watch all the interviews of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very, just kind of unreasonably cool and charismatic performance.
Yeah, and I started wearing vests after that. But and then Princess, is it Princess Leia?
Leia. Yeah.
I was like, does she have an English accent? And then I was like, oh, it's gone now. And I was like, thank God.
It is weirdly an under-discussed element in the grand scheme of things for a franchise that people become so obsessed with the inner continuity that one of the most iconic characters in her first movie just has a British accent, and then clearly the actor decided this isn't working, and it's just gone for the rest of the movie.
Well,
there's just this giant shift.
Do you want to know what the in-canon reason for that is, Wada?
Yeah, I do.
She's like putting on some act.
She's trying to, give off the impression that she is royalty, and she wants to like act more, impressive than she actually is in reality.
But come on, she tried it for a scene, and everyone's like, "You should do it in your own voice," right? That's what happened.
I agree, absolutely.
It felt like it didn't translate as the characters making a choice.
Yes.
It translated as the actor was like, this is better.
Yes.
I find it charming. Like, it's a thing I like about that movie, that it's nice to watch, like, them figuring it out.
Hang on, we're talking about this. George, why did she do it?
Yeah, George. George is...
George.
George.
You remember when Carrie started doing the British accent?
Right.
Why'd she do that?
She put on a show.
And why'd she change it?
She put on a show. Then show's over.
And the show is over.
She's put on a show for Darth Vader, and then show's over.
Okay.
Same reason if you go to see a chorus line, and then the show's over, and then you ask, why aren't they still doing the show? Like nobody, when you see the cast come out of the stage door at the end, nobody's like, why aren't you singing and doing acting anymore? Why are you going home? Hey, why are you going into your apartment?
Hey.
Nobody asked that. But
could you imagine?
Yeah.
The people, the autograph hounds who stay outside the stage door of Broadway shows waiting to get their playbill signed. Can you imagine if they yelled at the actors as they were coming out? Hey, why aren't you singing and dancing anymore? Like they come out in their winter jackets. They're trying to get back to their walk-up apartment. Some guy's holding up a Sharpie and a playbook. Do the choreography.
Yeah. Is this still part of the show? Are you guys still doing the show? Is this still part of it?
Is this the show?
I did this show in Indiana, and when you're on stage, you're kind of like a more heightened version of yourself because the energy is like contagious. Yeah. And when I got off the stage, I'm like picking up all my props, like a billion props. Someone came up to me and was like, "Hey, nice to meet you," and I was like a little more subtle. I was like, "Oh, hi," and they're like, "Oh, you're acting different." I was like, "What are you talking about?" Because I was like, I don't know. I was like, I am the same person, but I'm a little like tired because I'm cleaning.
What do you think the biggest difference is between you on stage and you in real life? Is there something that you would do on stage that you would not do in real life?
I think,
or vice versa.
I haven't been performing as much, but I used to. When I first started out, I was like super clean comedy, didn't curse, never broke character, and as that went on, because I was like 18, I didn't know who I was.
Yeah.
As I was developing who I was, and also like parts of myself I didn't like, that started bleeding over. So I think I don't know. I think just a lot of when you're on stage, you kind of almost become a different part of yourself.
Mhm.
What was the show? What was the show you were doing in Indiana?
I don't know. It was a comedy attic or something.
Mm-hmm.
Something attic. Yeah. It was really fun.
Yeah.
But I remember
now you. Oh, sorry. What were you going
I
to
just
say?
remember just how weird that guy was. So creeped out. Like, you're not the same person. But I was like, but I am. I'm just cleaning.
Yeah. You know what you should have said to that guy? You should. I got a good comeback. You should have said, "We named the dog Indiana."
You should have said we named the dog Indiana. That always shuts them up. It always shuts them
He
up.
lives in Indiana.
That's from Indiana.
Charlyne, you said you don't need to hold her hand through this.
Just telling her.
Show some respect. Charlyne, you said you haven't been doing as many shows lately, of course, because there has been a global pandemic.
Yeah.
I'm curious because I feel like I hear very different opinions here from comedians about how they feel with like a year without getting on stage or doing far less shows. Some people are clearly like they cannot fill the absence within them, and some people with the distance I think are like, wait, why did I like this so much? Where do you fall on this spectrum?
Well, I haven't done comedy in like 5 years.
Okay.
And
Wow.
maybe Patrick's show that I did was like maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah, and I remember you hadn't done it in a while, and you were talking about that a lot.
And I was so scared because I'd always gone on as Charlyne with quotes, like a persona, like who didn't tell truth stories, someone who was like whatever, doing like a persona extension. And then when I did Patrick's show, I told real stories, and that was like really scary.
Yeah, but you were great. You were great.
But
you got a good presence.
Yeah, and during this break, I mean, I feel fine about it. I miss people. Like I don't like I went on some live streams with some people that you might know.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
actually went on with our producer Bryson,
Bryson, Connor, and Griffin.
and Griffin. Yeah, friends of the show. Yeah,
of course.
Right. It felt almost like you were going out of your way to do a live stream the same time as Patrick with anyone but Patrick.
No, I was rooting for Patrick, but then I started rooting for myself, and I like winning, and it was just felt like a good time to compete. Also, the reason why I brought that up is because I normally would never do a live stream.
Yeah,
sure.
Those, but I think I just miss people so much that I was like, I got to do it.
Yeah. Well, let's get Bryson in here. Bryson, get in.
Come on in, Bryson.
Bryson.
Sorry, I was looking up Jake LaMotta footage.
Charlyne, you need to know that I know you did a live stream with Bryson, and that was fun and games
Charlyne,
and
so good to
playful
see
and
you.
what have you. But Bryson is on the clock right now. Okay, Bryson, he's at work. He's at the bumper factory. This is his job. He has to make bumpers for this show.
Charlyne, I know we're friends. If I seem to be acting weird, I'm just at work.
He's at work. It's sort of the opposite of that encounter you had with the fan backstage. He's right now in hard work mode. Now we have Bryson make the bumpers for segments on the show. Bryson, I believe, keep that helmet on for safety purposes. Bryson, I believe you told us that the most recent bumper has now been finished.
Yeah, the always listen to Watto bumper is ready.
Let's play it, baby. Great. So that's a bumper to be played when Watto should be listened to.
Bryson, first of all, I want to ask a question about the redesign of your workstation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, still got Rosie.
Very, but tell me about the lighting choices and what's happening there. You put
I'm still working it out, George. I just got into this space.
It's very. Is it a new space?
Yeah, and then I still gotta get the lights set up and everything. But thank you, George, for noticing.
Is your twin brother still there anywhere, or not anymore?
I actually figured that you would ask for my twin brother.
He does.
Twin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Hang
didn't
on,
know.
wait. Let me
should-
play.
hold on.
Hang on, Bryson. Before you go, let me
Yeah.
play your twins' bumper. Let me find it. Hang on one sec.
The twin has a bumper.
Yes.
It's the same old space. It's just that it's, a little different. But I'm going to go visit my brother.
He's gonna go visit. His brother tends to stay on the other side of the room. Oh my God!
There he
There
is.
he is.
Look at him. There he is. Look at him.
Here's
Give him a
the
kiss,
big
Bryson. Give him a kiss, Bryson.
Give him a little kiss.
No,
No, give him a
kiss
big
him on the
kiss.
lip. On the lips.
Kiss him on the
On the
lips.
lip.
Big kiss and a hug.
That's so sweet.
Oh,
They're very close.
Don't just
They're
rub
very
your arms.
close.
Don't just rub your arms together, you weirdo. What are you doing?
Yeah. Put your arms around each other.
Give him a hug. What do you do? You're just catching up.
We're gonna take him out. He's gone.
I will say the lighting in his room looks the closest I've ever seen to a real world version of the room where they try to kill Padme in her sleep.
Yes.
It really
Yes.
gives off that vibe, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The way he
Yes.
did it and the way
Yeah.
it's very Attack of the Clones.
It looks like a Coruscant pied de terre.
Bryson, can I request a bumper?
Yeah, George, what do you want?
Wait, hold on. Let him get the helmet on. George, let him get the helmet on first. It's dangerous to suggest a bumper when he doesn't have the proper headgear.
Yeah, please, George.
Can we get, because I think the bumpers are really exciting,
Yeah.
but I think it would be even more exciting if we could get a bumper called Bumper Babies, and it use the theme song to Muppet Babies, but replace the word Muppet with Bumper and have baby versions of all of us.
Mhm.
Can you do that?
Are we bumping that to the top or?
No,
No,
I
right
don't
in the
expect it
middle.
to be ready tonight because you gotta.
Yeah.
I want the full song, and I want it to be.
A good orchestration on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I wanted to really have that feeling of the whole, I wanted to feel like the full song,
Yeah.
But replacing the Muppet specifics with George Lucas talk show specifics, like George likes adventure, Watto is a star, Patrick likes good jokes. I've got my computer. That'll be you, Bryce, and you say I've got my computer.
I've got my computer.
They get Butterboy in there.
Charlyne, do you want to be in it?
Charlie, do you want to be in it?
No, but I think I just got a text from Batman, and he might want to be.
Oh,
in
Batman Man.
Oh,
Drum. Batman Man. Drum.
Batman in it.
Yeah.
Now,
Bryson,
the line-
can I suggest another bumper?
Yes, of course, Watto.
And this one does not need to be bumped up to the top of the list. This one
Okay.
is just wherever it fits. I don't want to rush it. Quality comes first, okay? This bumper is called Bumper Babies Babies. And I want to take the theme song for Bumper Babies, but change the words so it's Bumper Babies Babies. And it's a bunch of babies in the playroom, but all of the babies replace their heads with still frames from the Bumper Babies bumper. So
Okay.
these babies are representations of the Bumper Babies bumper.
All right. Good luck, Bryson.
All right. Thank
Good
you.
luck, Bryson.
Bye-bye,
Charlyne, are there-
Bryson.
Is there any bumper you'd like or any fan art you'd like
Oh, that's
me?
a big thing.
of you or of any characters that you'd like to just see in
Of
new
anything.
situations?
Even you hanging out with Batman?
I've been working out, so maybe just like what my body'll look like in like a week.
All right.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that.
We're going to get that in under 10 minutes. That's the George Lucas talk show guarantee. If a guest requests a piece of fan art, it arrives in under 10 minutes.
Charlyne, it's 2021 now, which is crazy. I keep thinking it's still 2020, and I keep forgetting that, oh no, we're 2 years away from 2019 now. And I feel like over the last year, a lot of people have been doing like...
Patrick,
Pro.
I keep writing 2020 on my checks. Patrick, hold on.
Bragging.
Patrick,
George writes checks.
no. On my checks cereal.
He writes them on the checks. How silly. Then they don't
How
taste
silly,
as good.
Patrick.
How silly,
You thought
Patrick.
it was a hack joke, but it was alt comedy.
It was so random,
You thought
Patrick.
I was
The
old
comedy,
school, but I'm new school.
the comedy was so random.
That's the one thing. If I did stand up, that's one of the moves I would do. Is I do the joke and then I go,
Yeah.
Hang on, let's get this full screen.
Hey, Patrick.
Do the joke. Do the joke.
Right. Hey, Patrick.
Yeah,
It's
George.
well, I don't need Patrick for this. It can be a standalone joke.
Oh.
It's 2021, but I keep writing 2020 on my checks. Cereal. What? Wait. How? That's where the comedy lies. In the how.
Okay. Patrick, make me full screen.
Yeah, sure, Watto.
Okay. Folks, I don't know if you heard about this, if you read about this, if you heard about this. It's apparently 2021 now. That's what they say. That's what they're saying in the news. 2021 now. Fortunately, I'm still writing 2020 on my check. The Czech Republic. The whole country. I'm running out of ink to write it that big. What Jesus Louises.
All right, make me full screen. Make me full screen.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Too kind, far too kind. Before I even get started, how about a big round of applause for the Bust Boys? There's some rules. I got some rules. When I go down and I do my stand-up, I got rules and shit, and that's all I can read. I have to stop right there. I cannot go any further on that transcript.
I'm not going.
That wasn't alt. That was not alt.
That was not okay. It didn't age
No.
well. It wasn't even okay at the time.
No.
Charlyne, what I was asking was, it's 2021, and I feel like over the last year, a lot of casts have been like catching up with their characters to see what their characters would be doing during the pandemic, like how their lives for characters that people have played have been affected by this pandemic. And I want to know, did Party Goer from Cloverfield get killed by the monster, or are they still alive?
I don't think I was in that film.
You're on IMDb as Party Goer.
They say you're in it.
They filmed a trailer pre-filming the movie. It was one of my first gigs. We were filming till like sunrise, and I think like Lizzie Kaplan was like talking directly to the camera for the trailer, and I was behind her mugging because I thought it'd be funny, like with fake wine, going like with wine, and then some other party goer like hit this, and then wine spilled everywhere, and then they got me down and they sent me home.
Wow.
So you are visible in the trailer, but you don't think you're in the final film.
No, I think
I don't know. Is it
entirely?
I'm gonna find out if you're in the teaser right now. Hang on one second.
I'm already investigating, but Patrick,
I did like one of the like interviews with the camera, but then they said they cut me out because I was recognizable, which I don't think is true.
Wow.
I think they cut me out because they didn't need me or because of the wine spill.
Sure.
I didn't wine.
Okay, well, do you think that character survived the attack?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, because she wasn't hanging out.
Okay.
Right.
Cool.
That's the benefit of being cut out of the movie, is you definitely survived because you were nowhere near that monster.
This is what I'm going to say is super unrelated. I just started watching Seinfeld, which I've never really seen before. What was that?
I said boom, 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 boom.
Oh. And like I was thinking about Carrie Fisher doing that accent, and Jerry Seinfeld just kind of smiling the whole time when the show was happening. It was endearing because I was like, it's almost he can't believe like, oh, this is what I'm doing. Like, oh, that character's walking in and the other character's walking in. I was like, it was so surreal to see someone kind of in it, but like not at all.
For like 9 entire seasons, he was just like, oh, look at this, a show. What about this?
I like that Watto's seeing the show.
Yeah. Watto watched all of it right before the pandemic, which he immediately regretted because he was like, this would have been a good thing to do while stuck at home. Instead, I spent the 3 months before being forced to stay at home, staying at home and watching Seinfeld. Real good choice there, Watto. Here's a question, Charlyne. Patrick asked you what comedians you were inspired by growing up. But I know you are also a very talented visual artist that you
Yeah.
draw and paint. Who are your favorite visual artists? Are there any sort of like classical 20th century Americana painters that have been a big influence on you as an artist?
Recently, like right before the pandemic, I never really gotten invested into Frida's work, but I saw some in North Carolina and it was incredible. I think I was always kind of, I don't know about you guys, but like sometimes when something's kind of scary, I go, oh, I don't like that. And then like years later, like, I love that. That's horrifying and beautiful. And like the thing I didn't like about it was like it resonated too hard. It was like kind of a marriage. Yeah. But yeah, I just became a recent fan of Frida Kahlo.
Right. But at first it was too intense.
It was too intense.
It was, yeah. Well, I have like a lot of nightmares.
Frida,
like
you broke my heart.
Exactly. Or like even like I haven't really watched too much David Lynch stuff, but yeah, that stuff like hits too hard. Like it hits too hard to home. Where I'm like, it's too surreal. It's too scary. It's like my nightmares. Like
but this is
every night.
But this is coming from a girl who caused a real scary, freaky, nightmare-y moment on a David Lynch project.
All right. I was like, who? What?
There,
you. How people were asking in the chat, what was that experience like?
So that was another case where I didn't watch any David Lynch. The audition was just basically, they were like, what do you want to talk about? And they tried to talk about my glasses, and I was like, that's so boring. But then they ended up talking about how awkward it is when you have to make out, when you're about to make out with someone, and you're like, let me just slay this off because it's getting in our faces. And that's what we ended up talking about. And then I got a phone call that was like, hey, do you want to crawl around the ground and cry and scream? And I was like, perfect. No lines. I'm super shy. I have a lot of sadness I want to get out. I was like, it sounds exactly what I want to do. And I went there not knowing any of David Lynch's stuff. And he just reminded me of like my actual grandpa who passed away when I was like 4. And he was like, I'm not going to do an impression. It's not going to come out right. But he basically was like, you're on drugs. You're crawling on the ground. You're going to rock. You're going to scream and you're going to cry and you're going to take your time. Pound it. And I like pounded it. And then we did it all in one take. And I was just like crawling and then crying and screaming. And he was like, we got it. Go home. And I was like, that was like the best time ever. Like everyone was nice. It was
Do you get a lot of Twin Peaks fans who come up and quote your scream at you? Like they'll come up and crawl around the floor in front of you? Because famously, like the characters are very quotable on Twin Peaks. Do you ever have Twin Peaks fans come up and just drop to the floor and cry and scream at you?
No, surprisingly not. No, I would love that though. That's really good.
Now, Charlyne, we know how you feel about nightmarish artwork, that you have a little bit of a push-pull relationship with it. It sounds like maybe you should, spend more time trying to take in kind of idyllic, relaxing. Oh, that's
1 week.
It's
from Chuck
King.
1 week. Chuck King.
1 week. You have an expression that says, "I am proud of what I accomplished this week." Wow.
I forgot that you wanted that, and refreshing my Twitter feed, it was a delight. It just came up, and I was like, I don't know what this is.
I'm gonna print that, and I'm gonna tape that all as wallpaper to motivate myself. But Wada was saying if I should watch something relaxing or do something relaxing.
No, I'm just saying George is a very big art collector in his own right, but he tends to surround himself with art that I would say gives him like a warm, comforting feeling. I mean, I don't know, George.
Yeah. Charlyne, are you familiar at all with the work of Norman Rockwell?
Yeah.
What do you think of it? What you've seen?
It's new to me too. I'm like way behind. I feel like I've been living under a rock.
Well, under a rock well.
Under a rock well.
Get ready for a crash course. Meet Butterboy.
That's calm and relaxing?
Well, yeah. Yes. Look at what a relaxing meal he's about to have.
There's a little butter on untoasted bread.
Yeah, and guess what? He's not alone. It's Butter Girl.
Do you eat off those, or are they decoration?
Yeah, you can eat off these.
But Charlyne, I don't think you're getting the full picture on Butter Girl. Like
Yeah,
she's there, she's on a plate. Maybe you need to see her a little bit bigger. Maybe you want to see her on a tray.
It's
Like,
that
what do you
framing
think when
work
you see her
better
on the
for you.
tray,
I
Charlyne?
don't like her.
Huh?
So the large format.
Large format. I don't know.
You said, did you call her a troublemaker?
Oh, I guess yeah, sure.
Are you going to get butter?
Am I getting? I was trying to find my. I wanted to hold this up at the same time. I couldn't find it.
Yeah, more art. More art.
More
this
More
again.
art.
Yeah.
I don't have very calming art. I guess I have like plants.
That's my flower art.
But you also, Charlyne, you do a lot of great art. People should follow you on Instagram because I love seeing your
But
art.
it's not like calm. It's like here's
No.
some like
Here,
like-
let me make it bigger.
skulls.
That's a cool painting.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What's their story? What's going on with them? They're hugging?
I don't know if this is too crass, but it's called Life After Boning.
Oh no, it's good comedy. That's good comedy
Good
for adults.
comedy.
It's
Life
like
comedy.
after boning. So they did it. Those two did it.
yeah, it's like death and life. There's the duality and stuff.
Yeah. The dyad.
Yeah. There's nothing.
And what's that spaceship on the? Is that Star Wars on the back? You got a spaceship on the
No, that's just planets. That's just a
back? No,
planet.
that looks like it could be Star Wars. Let me see.
Planets.
That might be Star Wars.
Diagram.
What's it say?
Nothing really. Like an old solar system.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
so it's
the same.
it's
the same
Star Wars,
one.
but it's closer. It's like the stories we haven't told from Star Wars. The galaxy near to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good
Wow.
stuff. Good Star Wars. Some good
I'm
stuff.
just nervous Charlyne didn't get the full picture.
The full
Which
picture
is,
of what?
Yeah.
this is butter. Like Charlyne,
Butter
maybe-
Boy and Butter Girl. It feels like it didn't really take to them. Like something's getting lost in translation here.
What was I
maybe-
supposed to react like?
but maybe it's too flat for you. Maybe that's the
Yeah,
problem.
it's not your fault. We're presenting it wrong to you.
What?
You need a little more dimensionality, perhaps.
What's
What
the
about this?
what's the reaction supposed to be like?
No,
Like
supposed to. You're
like-
reacting
No,
perfectly.
close.
dang,
You're
she's like,
doing everything
"Oh,
right.
Maybe that's not it.
Right.
Maybe it should be more 3D.
Yeah.
You guys like this woman with butter.
Maybe
Oh my
like this.
god, you love her. You guys love her.
We do love her.
We do love her. We love her.
I said,
Are you more of an animal person? Is that what it is, Charlyne? Do you like animals?
what
You
does
like,
that
you
mean?
like
What-
animals?
It makes
You
me
like
like
maybe- Maybe you take the butter dog.
you guys love her. Oh my god.
We
But
do love
maybe
her.
it's not loud enough. Maybe it's not loud enough for her. Maybe we got to hear it a little bit more.
Oh, maybe we need to hear it a little bit.
You guys love her.
Who's this?
Who's this strong man?
Oh, I like
Oh,
this guy.
Oh.
Oh, this
Charlyne,
guy's
is that-
fun.
Now, Charlyne, wait, Charlyne, is that you?
Yeah.
That's
You
you.
said you've been working out a lot.
Yeah.
Is that a depiction of you working out?
Uh-huh.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Here's
Uh-huh.
another me.
These are self-portraits. What are you doing there? You
Wow.
making? Wait, are you using the force to move rocks around?
Rats.
Rats?
He's a Pied Piper.
Ooh.
He's a Pied Piper.
Yeah.
Oh, Pat, you must love that. Little Patrick's.
Little.
Oh, say,
No, let's hold on. Let's take Miyamoto off. Charlyne,
Yes.
please play that music and make Patrick dance to it.
That's good.
He likes it.
I liked it. Now, Charlyne, we did get another piece of fan art.
Okay.
I don't like this one.
Oh no, is this offensive?
No, it's not offensive. Just aesthetically, I don't like it.
Okay, I want to
It's
see.
another Charlyne. It's another Charlyne workout picture.
Okay, I'm ready. Oh, I'm ready to watch this.
Ooh, working.
It's like so intimate. I'm so shiny.
Very strong.
Funny.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, Watto, check out this one.
Yeah, no, I saw it. I wasn't going to send it to you. I saw it and pointedly chose to not forward it to you.
Something I look forward to.
You know, I mean, art can tell a lot of different stories.
It can tell a lot of different stories. Speaking of, I just went and got pie number 4. Here's my key lime pie.
Pie.
Oh, wow.
Do you
It's
make the pie?
No, I went out and bought the pies for the pie day.
Now, Charlyne, you thought we loved Butter Girl, right?
That's what you thought.
Girl.
But do you think it could really be that we love Charlyne?
No.
Butter Charlyne.
Butter Charlyne.
Butter
What
Charlyne.
is it about the butter girl that you guys enjoy?
It's just a classic story told through a painting on a plate, and that plate became a tray, and that tray became a bronze plate, and that plate became a figurine. And it's just like, again and again, the story is told. There is a butter boy, but yes, there's also a butter girl, and they both eat butter on bread. They spread the butter on the bread. Butter girl has a dog. The dog wants butter. Everyone likes the butter.
You know what, Charlyne? You asking George this question and forcing him to give that answer finally crystallizes for me why George likes Butter Boy and Butter Girl so much. It is an incredibly simple, elemental story that has been repurposed on 87 different types of merchandise. It is George's favorite form of storytelling.
But
also glad. Hang on. I'm also glad that we got to see Charlene's Twin Peaks season 3 scene, but now we're getting to see George's Twin Peaks season 3 scene. Go ahead, George.
No, because and then it makes me wonder, well, what happened before there was Butter Girl? What is the prequel story to that? And then that is, of course, when we meet Nell, who meets the cow who makes the butter. And look, it's an action finger.
Finger? An action finger?
Well, yeah, 10 fingers. Take a look at these action fingers.
And Charlyne, you have to understand that much like the Star Wars saga, it can't just be about our heroes. They have to face adversity, right? There has to be a conflict. And that's why in the Butter cinematic universe, of course, our villains are Peanut Butter Boy and Peanut Butter Girl. Mortal enemies of Butter Boy and Butter Girl.
Yeah. And this universe keeps expanding because, of course, there's also the angel with the black eye.
What is this? This is new. We have never seen this before, Charlie.
No, I showed this on Live Chat.
Really?
Yeah. The angel with the black eye. See? He's been a little fight.
I really does have a black eye.
But then, I mean, Charlyne, sometimes there's characters that you haven't even seen before who pop up, like Little Davy.
Oh, that's who was referenced earlier. I was like, what is that?
But let's see Big Davy. Where's Big Davy?
I have to change my camera. Hold on.
Okay. Because also these are, but there's Big Davy.
Big Davy.
These,
Big Davy.
Little Davy and Big Davy.
Oh, I see.
Davy, that previous shot made me realize I think we have two friends we should introduce to Charlyne.
Oh, absolutely. I have to change my camera.
Also, just bring Little Davy back in real quick because I have a suggestion. It's not a demand. It's just a wish. It's something that would make me very happy. You have a full shot of Little Davy and Big Davy. I would be so delighted if one of these weeks you really tweeze those eyebrows down so they match up.
That is a huge ask, George.
I'll do the beard. I'll take the beard off.
No. Look at how specific those eyebrows are. Ooh,
They're very high up, so I'd have to take off just like all of the bottom bit.
I'd say take off all of the middle's got to go, and they got to start. Yeah, you got to start like halfway.
And Dave, I'll say this: we don't know how much longer this pandemic's going to go on. So if you're going to do this, you should do it soon.
Better do it.
I would say do it
That's
now.
a good point.
Yeah, do it right now. But let's introduce, while you consider this, let's introduce Charlyne to two of the most important characters in the cast of the George Lucas Talk Show. Charlyne, I'd like you to meet Grogizmo and Goo. So this is Grogizmo, who is part Grogu, Baby Yoda, part Gizmo, and he wears a hat that says "Make America Gay Again." He
Mhm.
was created by Goldie Thrawn, one of our viewers, who took those three disparate elements and like God said, they must be unified. They must be together. And then goo is what you get with all the parts left over from making a Grow Gizmo.
Mhm. Yeah.
Gizmo body with a baby.
Oh, no, wait, no! Don't get them wet! Oh, no.
Wow.
That's bad.
Never get the Grow Gizmo wet.
Or a goo.
This is a problem. I don't know what's going to happen now.
This is a problem.
Charlyne,
Oh no!
Oh, no!
out of here.
Oh,
Out of here.
Wow.
Oh no! We're trying to have a peaceful night of fun and comedy, and that just happened.
Can't believe
Charlyne,
it.
we made a shirt with Grow Gizmo on it, and Warner Brothers immediately pulled it down.
What?
Cease and desist. We got
But,
to cease and
Charlyne, here's the thing, and I'm going to premiere something on the stream right now. They pulled us down. But there's a little place in Los Angeles called Gallery 1988. Look what they made. Did not get pulled down.
Wow.
They were able to sell this to me. Didn't pull
Wow.
it down.
That's
That just seems unfair.
Furby? Is that a Furby?
It's a Furby in the middle. Maybe the Furby is the thing we need.
Yeah, maybe you put a Furby in the middle, and maybe that's what Warner Brothers, they pulled it down because you're like, I don't see no Furby in the middle.
Yeah.
You're saying that we should relaunch as Grow Gizmo Bee.
Let's get some Malcolm in the Middle fan art, but with a Furby where Malcolm was.
Yeah.
In the middle.
Needed.
And send it. Don't send it to the show. Send it to Warner Brothers.
Send it to Warner Brothers and see what they say.
And say, is this what you like, Warner Brothers?
Oh, is this what you like, Warner Brothers?
That's crazy that they pulled that. How do they know?
I don't know.
I think they have a search engine.
We think it got pulled because it had the Make America Gay Again hat and they just weren't looking close enough.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's why.
I tried to sell my soul on eBay and that got pulled down really quick.
Did anybody bid?
I don't remember, but it was a Gatorade bottle with a light in it, and it said it was my soul, and then it got pulled down very fast.
Yeah, that's amazing. But you know, when Pixar wants to make a movie, they let them sell that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's called Soul.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I bet there's all kinds of Pixar Soul stuff on eBay.
Here's a question. If it had gone to auction, fully gone to auction, like people bid on it and everything, how much would you have wanted it to go for?
Yeah, what was your starting bid?
$2. I was hoping for like 3 or 4.
3 or 4.
Yeah, there's tons of Pixar Soul stuff. None of it being pulled down.
Wow.
You should have put Pixar in front of it.
That's what you should say. You should say Disney, Pixar, Charlyne, Yee's Soul. And
Now,
then they would let you sell it.
Now, Watto,
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, we just got a piece of fan art, Watto. You sent it to me. Do you want me to bring it up?
I think you should.
This is from our buddy Ish. Let me play it.
Well, vengeance. Vengeance gonna bring the sun back to you. Bring my boy back to me. I fulfill the vengeance of my son. And I have justice. My young son was forced to leave the competence of law.
Keep going.
Well, vengeance. Is vengeance gonna bring the sun back
I think that
to
was
you?
it. I think it's repeating at this
Bring
point.
my boy back
No,
to me.
keep watching. Keep watching.
You see how many times we can watch it in a row.
Oh, my son. I have justice. My young son was forced to leave the competence of law.
Keep going.
Well,
You gotta stop. You gotta stop.
Why? Patrick, you don't have to do anything on this show.
You don't have to do it.
I don't want to get pulled down by Paramount for showing footage from The Godfather.
It's not footage from The Godfather. It's its own movie. We've transformed it into its own work.
Yeah. It's really good. I like that Watto plays the voice of one of the other gangsters saying, "Keep going."
Keep going.
Because I think that would be great if in the original Godfather, if he'd started to make that speech and then it started to fall apart, like one of the other heads of one of the other 5 families, like, keep going.
Keep going.
It just is a dynamic you don't see in those films, is that in order for there to be, like, I like the idea that rather than just being in conflict, that they work together. That's how they're able to keep the peace, because they support each other.
Now, I'm seeing something right now. I'm nervous. I'm going to go back to Dave really quick. Hang on one second.
Oh,
no.
no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, look how many.
Man, some of those are rough.
I want to. Can we focus on the second ghoul from the left?
Yes, that is the one that looks like weirdly old. Although, also, can we also have the last? Put him up by the last 2 on the top on the other side. Just look. Oh, no. Oh, no.
I think this is my favorite.
That ghoul has some city miles on him.
He's seen some stuff.
Oh,
This one's ready to go. It's very chipper.
ready to go.
That's a happy.
Ready to
ghoul.
go.
That's your suction cup ghoul.
Yeah, he's ready to just find something, stick onto it, and go.
Oh, no.
What a stupid thing.
Listen, the pandemic hits everyone differently, I've been down here making goo.
Big Davy. And also change your name to Big Davy from now on, okay?
Yeah, okay.
The Grogizmo that is the third from the left. I like how this is like a lineup now. Where it's like, can you have the Grogizmo who is third from the left step out?
Yeah, wait. Say it again.
Yeah, a third from the left.
Saying Grogizmo?
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now this is the one that looks the most like a goat that is pretending to be Grogizmo. I think that one might be Goatsmo. One of the few Grogizmos to not have a "Make America Gay Again" hat, which immediately draws attention. What is happening with the top of Goatsmo? What is that T?
He's like bald. Yeah.
Yeah. I hadn't noticed that. I don't know. Maybe that's the message. It's just T instead of you make America gay.
I wonder if that's the big T from THX 1138 50th anniversary.
I think it has to be.
Probably.
Yeah.
Wait, can we decide? Let's make something canon here. Is his name Goatsmo or is his name Growth Gizmo?
I think it's Goatsmo.
Goatsmo?
Or Goat Gizmo?
Or Goat Gizmo?
Goat Gizmo?
Or Groat Gizmo.
Groat Gizmo. I think Groat Gizmo sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
He's a
Growth Gizmo. I think that sounds nice.
Yeah. Wow. All right. Well, we'll check in. Maybe if we come back, there will be more. Who knows?
There will not be.
You don't know that, Big Davey. Well, maybe when we check back in, I'll say this. Maybe when we check back in, if there's not any more goos or Grogizmos, maybe Big Davey might have taken a trip to Tweezer Town.
Oh, I hope so.
That's the hope.
As a matter of fact, let's have a vote in the chat right now.
Yeah, I vote yeah.
George,
let's have a vote.
George, make a poll on Twitter. Make a poll on Twitter.
I will, but I was going to let the chat vote right now whether you would like Big Davey to be the mayor of Tweezer Town.
I mean, is this a proper democratic election? Is this the way in which we choose our leaders in Tweezer Town? We need to know who is he running against?
A lot of no's happening right now.
Who is he running against?
Well,
people
let's.
say,
I would like.
No.
What?
People are saying do a Twitch poll. We run this through StreamYard, not through Twitch, so we cannot do a Twitch poll.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: is I'm going to put Big Davy, and let's give him a. Let's go ahead and we're in the back right now. You know where we are? We're in the smoke-filled back room. Let's find an opponent that will guarantee Big Davy becomes the mayor of Tweezertown.
Okay.
Who do we think?
Robert Blake.
He's dead though, right?
That's all the more reason.
I don't want to. I want him to win against a living man or woman.
I have the candidate.
Okay.
Is it this guy?
Furby in the middle.
Furby in the middle.
Right.
Let's think about what the job entails, right?
All right, I'm going to make the poll go live. How many days should it go for?
Do it for like an hour.
Yeah.
Do it for an hour.
So we
Not
can.
7 days?
No, just do it now so we get the response now.
1 hour.
Don't we want a free and fair election? Do we don't want this to be what dominates the week?
No, like a 10-minute thing.
Make it as short as it can go, and they'll do it now.
All right.
Yeah, I'll be the opposing candidate. Is that the person?
No, I have an opposing candidate I would like to pitch.
Okay.
We have to think about the specifics of the job, right?
Is Furby in the middle out of the race?
Mm-hmm.
Furby, I think, could be an independent candidate.
Okay.
But ideally, we want someone that Dave is going to beat handily, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So if the goal of Tweezertown is to tweeze your eyebrows into little tiny lines, then who is the person least qualified to lead Tweezertown? Eugene Levy. A tweezer has never come close to those eyebrows.
Is Furby with an EY or what? Just a Y?
Just a Y.
Just a Y. Just a Y.
All right, I'm going to make this a 10-minute poll. Who should be the new mayor of Tweezertown? Big Davy, Furby in the middle, or Eugene Levy?
Yeah.
All right.
And now this is on at G Lucas Talk Show on Twitter. You can go vote there.
Yeah.
Now, Charlyne, you sent me something. And this is making me think a lot about that clip that just got shown. Can I bring it up?
Yeah. That was me when I was a kid.
Whoa.
I was trying to be the godfather. I'd heard, being chubby cheeks wasn't so bad. And then I found out who's why.
Wow. I'm impressed with the size of the glasses in this photo as well. It looks like you as a child were wearing your current adult-sized glasses, that you've just had one pair your entire life and let the size of your skull grow into them.
Yeah, like my teeth. Yeah.
We're at 71 votes already.
Jesus.
And Big Davy has got a solid but not insurmountable lead. 49% for Big Davy. Right now, Big Davy, if he wins, it'll be a plurality, not a majority. Mm-hmm. And as far as I'm concerned, if he doesn't win a majority, there's no mandate.
Right. Yeah, we want this to be a blowout, an absolute blowout.
27% for Furby in the middle, and 24% for Eugene Levy.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
We're now over 100 votes. Big Davy is at 51%.
I'm nervous for Davy now. Like, everyone was voting no.
Maybe let's see what his take is. I'm going to bring him in really quick.
Yeah, let's see.
He runs away from his responsibilities.
He runs away.
Speech.
Now's the time to do it, though.
I know. Now's the time to run away.
Now is the time to run away. Run, Big Davy, run.
Run.
Hang on. Oh, it looks like he's back. Do you have a campaign speech? Do you have a campaign speech you want to give?
For why I should be the mayor of Tweezertown?
Yeah.
Sure.
It's you versus Furby versus Eugene Levy.
Furby in the middle.
Furby in the middle, right?
Yeah.
I have to say, those guys they're better than me. I don't think I'm cut out for this job. I wasn't even I was forced into running. I don't want to be the mayor of Tweezertown.
What?
So, this is charming.
I say vote for, Furby in the middle. as the mayor of Tweezertown.
You know what? Furby in the middle would never say that about you, Big Davy.
Yeah.
Nor would
You
you.
never say that I would be a good mayor of Tweezertown?
No,
Yeah,
it shows you how Big Davy is gracious. That's why we should elect him mayor of Tweezertown.
All right, we're 7 minutes left. Big Davy's speech just cost him 1% in the polls.
Oh wow!
But that's
You're right,
and now another
mayor of
5, you're down to your
Tweezertown
lowest
uses their
ever,
eyebrows, right?
45%.
That's what we're saying.
Oh boy.
Do you feel like if you did get nominated, Davey, you would go through with it?
I mean, I can't let the people down. The people of Tweezertown, they need some sort of leadership.
Oh no!
Can't just leave them in the lurch in these trying times.
Oh no!
Oh no!
And on Pi Day, no less.
Right.
Can't believe that people are turning on Big Davy.
On Pi Day of all days.
How are the polls?
Well, hold on. Go through all my Twitter accounts.
You're voting?
Now, guys, I hate to do this. Dave, we'll bring you back in a few minutes. I just got something tweeted out.
Oh, it just went down. Big Davy 42, Furby in the middle 31.5, Eugene Levy 26.5.
I just got something tweeted at us from Goldie Thrawn. It is a website
Creator of Grow Gizmo.
called GLTS The Game. GLTSthegame.com. I'm looking at this for the first time. I'm going to press spacebar to enter.
Have you seen this before?
No.
Oh, wow.
It's just launched.
Okay, we've seen Lunch Launch. I'm going to do
Four
drum
options.
beats. Yeah,
Lunch Launch, just so you know, Charlyne, Lunch Launch is a game where Watto throws pastrami sandwiches out of his window in his apartment in the Dakota, and you try to avoid them.
Here, we'll play this. Here we go.
Hello, I'm George Lucas, creator of Star Wars.
Hi, guys. Oh, I need to watch out for the sandwiches.
Right. Yes.
Okay. But that's Lunch Launch.
Can I say this is the first time this has really felt like a Twitch show?
Yeah, now it actually feels like... Okay, let's go back to the menu.
Wait, I don't know how to go back. We'll refresh.
Escape.
Charlyne, I'm sorry we're discovering this together.
Yeah, that's great.
Hang on, the site is reloading.
Escape, yeah. Goldie Tron said escape is how you go back. Okay.
Oh, sorry, Goldie. Okay, let's do drum beat. I don't know what drum beat is.
Yeah.
This is me pressing the space bar. Or any of them.
And then Goldie
Insane.
says press it a lot. Is there a button that makes Watto puke in his mouth? Because the last time Watto played the drum, I think we just got it, right? That's the face of when Watto accidentally pukes in his mouth. Okay, great. Let's play Build the Cookies.
This is insane.
This is a good game.
Oh my god. This is crazy. I mean, he looks great.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, and then the last one is called Release Detours.
Coming soon.
Wow, that is amazing. So GLTSthegame.com, guys. Wild.
Wow.
Wild stuff.
3 minutes left in the election. Big Davy's still in the lead with no mandate at 41%.
So if he wins,
Yeah.
wins, I think he's forced to serve, right?
Absolutely forced to serve, but with no mandate, you know?
No mandate.
Which means
Charlyne,
would you ever squeeze his eyebrows?
Would you ever run for office, Charlyne?
What about you guys?
No.
No, absolutely not. No, I would get canceled. I'm Watto. I literally own slaves in those movies.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, it's a big part of the character. White slaves, I should say white slaves. I don't know if that makes it any better.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I mean, I'm purposely staying out of politics.
It's probably a good move.
Yeah.
Right. 2 minutes left in the election. It's a nail biter. But it looks like with 206 votes, it looks like maybe the field is settling.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what you eating? That looks delicious.
Peach.
Peach?
Oh.
You made a peach look like a pizza.
Oh, pizza would be great.
But it
Hang
does look
on. Here we go. Hang on. Pizza.
Pizza pie.
Yeah.
Wow.
1 minute left in the election.
And where is Dave? Where's Big Davy?
Where's Big
Nowhere
Davy?
to be found. Nowhere to be found.
Nowhere to be found. The fat cat up on Capitol Hill disappears right when the election is about to get called.
All right, let's see.
Oh, George, Bring the Noise. George, Bring the Noise is saying, since you're into votes right now, you could ask your fans to vote for Michael Lee in the Blank Check Poll, the podcast.
Yeah, let's do that. They've been doing pitting filmmakers against each other.
Mm-hmm.
Who's this? Dave Sims, the guy from New York?
Yeah, this is the guy from the Atlantic Online website. Wow, Big Davy. The big news is the poll is ending, and it looks like Big Davy is at his lowest number yet, 39%. Furby in the middle at 32, and Eugene Levy at 29.
Oh, wow.
Down to 38 with the poll ending. He's actually. How long does it take to close these polls with 247 votes?
It does say it's like 0 minutes left for me.
For me, it says poll ending, but when it started saying poll ending, it was at 39. Now he's at 38.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. It's not over. We're not calling it. Jesus, Patrick.
I'm not saying.
George,
down.
George, do you think they show polls only once they've called them?
No, what I'm saying is don't put up those results of the exit. They don't show the exit polls until the polls are closed. That is true.
That is true.
On election day, Patrick?
Okay, that's true. That is true. I'll give you that.
Hey, my name is Patrick, and that is true.
My name is Patrick, and that is true.
Wow.
Look, I hope you, if there's one thing I always say, it's you got to tell people what your name is when something is true. And that is Watto's motto.
Patrick, bring up the results. The final results should be there. Great work.
Great bumper.
Hey, Bryson, are you there?
Bryson,
how's Bumper Babies coming?
Well, I was working on Watto's
it was
motto.
really good. How's Bumper Babies coming? Yeah.
Those weren't bumped to the top, so I worked on what was on the top, which was Watto's motto.
Right. Hey, Bryson, I just want to tell you, just as a staging note, when you point like that, it looks like you're pointing at Patrick and saying that he's the bumper.
Yeah, he's not the bumper. I'm pointing at my screen.
I know, but
don't do this in front of my friend Charlyne.
George, do you want to bump Bumper Babies to the top of the list?
Yeah, let's bump it up to the top.
Bump it to the top.
I'm so glad we bumped that bumper to the top bumper to the top, because that really comes in handy, that one.
Bye-bye, Bryson.
The only way he can leave, Charlyne. It's the only way he can leave.
Somehow Big Davy has dropped another percentage point since final results appeared on Twitter.
You're trying to tell me that there was a late night of votes?
The mail-in!
I'm saying if you bring up the final results now, when I first got final results, it said 38%. It now says 37%.
I think you need to run it again, George.
How much time is left?
Hold on.
Final results. These are final results, but I think we need to do a recount. I think we need to do a re-election.
Okay, here's what I'm suggesting. George, I think you should.
All right, let's do a runoff.
I think you should start a new Twitter poll asking people if they think we should do a recount or not. Asking yes or no, do you accept the results of this election?
Yeah.
All right, and what should the options be?
Option number 1, I accept the results. Option number 2, I do not accept the results. Option number 3, Eugene Levy.
Now, if Eugene wins this, does that mean Eugene wins?
Let's just say, if Eugene wins this, it becomes very hard for Dave to make up the votes.
All right, but I'm going to make this a shorter poll. This is going to be, this poll is only going to be 4 minutes long, the minimum allowed.
And then as soon as this poll is done, we will check back in with Big Davey and we'll see how he's doing.
5 is the lowest allowed.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Poll is live.
All right. At G Lucas Talk Show. And also, follow the account. Go follow us on YouTube. Join the Reddit. Do all that fun stuff. Go like and comment on the YouTube videos. That's always nice.
Do it.
Wow.
Nice.
Charlyne, what are you looking forward to doing this week?
Can I say almost immediately Eugene Levy is way in the lead?
Oh, no. Oh, no. I was worried this would happen.
I'm trying you guys right now.
You're trying?
Yeah. You said, what am I looking forward to this week? But I was like, I'm trying you guys right now.
Oh.
Fan art.
Okay. Okay. I like that.
What are you guys looking forward to this week?
The Snyder Cut, of course.
The what?
That's
the right answer. Charlyne, I'm getting my second shot this week, Charlyne.
Oh, really? That's great.
Patrick and George have both gotten their first shots now.
Did it hurt?
Georgie's all dunny.
Yeah, I'm done.
That was your second shot, George?
No, I wanted. They said, "Do you want the JJ?" And I was like, "I guess if that's the way it's gonna get made." I'll say the same thing I said to Disney.
You took the JJ.
I took the JJ.
You took the JJ. This is the second time you've taken the JJ, George.
The Jar and Jar Binks.
Wow.
Jarm.
It
went in your Jarm?
Yeah.
I would say I was talking to George about how impatient I feel wanting to get the vaccine. And George said, you should feel happy that you're healthy enough that you're not eligible for the vaccine. And my response was, Watto is about as unhealthy as a person can be. With just somehow being unlucky enough to only have a collection of ailments that do not make him eligible for the vaccine. Watto barely works. The body doesn't work, but it's not eligible for this shot.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Whoa.
Oh, that's good art.
That's fun.
That's fun
That's
art.
good.
That's good.
That's good.
I like that, Charlyne.
That's good art.
It's good art.
Just a fan, random fan.
Hey, we'll take any kind of fan art we can get,
Random fan art.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we do it for the fans. This show. We don't do it for the critics. We do it for the fans.
No.
All right, 1 minute left in the election. Eugene Levy is at 60% of the vote. It looks insurmountable.
I don't think he can beat this unless a lot of people come through.
Yeah.
Are you regretting the second recount?
Oh, second recount, George.
Well,
I think we
Well,
gotta wait and see.
over.
We gotta wait and see. We don't want to stop the polls before all the votes have come in.
Look at Patrick. He did the work and he's learning.
Me?
he's learning.
Yeah.
I'm always learning. That's kind of what being alive is, George.
It
If
is
you're not always learning, what's the point of even being here?
Exactly.
Well, hashtag profound Pat. Hashtag
Yeah,
profound Pat.
I'll change my name.
All right. The poll is ending, but as we know, this doesn't mean we have the final tally. We have to make sure right now. It does look like it's just trending toward Eugene Levy, but
Oh no!
speak too
Hold on,
soon.
George, I am getting a needle sent in. You know those needles that predict where the votes are going? Right now,
Yes.
it is at 90% Levy. He is in the likely category.
Wow.
There is a chance it could go over to very likely, but Alex Wilnatz sent that over to us. So
I'm going to say this. The only needles I have any interest in are the ones where Snoopy's brother lives.
what?
Spike.
Yeah, but
Spike.
what?
He lives in
Cactus
Eden.
needles. Oh,
That's the name of where he lives.
okay.
And there are a lot of needles on those cacti.
Yeah.
Patrick, there's going to be Patrick, there's going to be Schultz in the museum. Don't act like it's nothing to do with anything.
It has a lot to do with everything.
It has a lot to do with everything.
Do you like peanuts?
You like Spike?
Charlyne?
Do you like Spike, Patrick?
Do you like the peanut strips, Charlyne?
Charlie Brown?
I kind of zoned out when you guys were talking.
Do you like
The
Snoopy?
right move, Charlie.
Oh, Patrick, you know what? Anyone can be snide. It takes a hero to be kind.
Yes. You know who said that? Snoopy.
Snoopy. Those are the words. Not my words, Patrick. Those are the words of a beagle named Snoopy Brown.
Maybe you've heard of Snoopy Brown.
You ever hear of Snoopy Brown?
You ever hear the tale of Snoopy Brown, Patrick?
Cut to a montage, a shot for shot. We want this for fan art, and we want it to be like a clip of the opening shot of Jackie Brown with across 110th Street, but with Snoopy on the conveyor belt. All right.
And let's get Bryson in here. Bryson?
Wait, hang on, wait.
Bryson.
Bryson, you're back. I know.
Okay.
Instead of it being the actual music to Across 110th Street, can it just be wah 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 wah? Can it be like the adults talking?
Yeah, you can still
Can
do
we
that.
get it clean? Can I get it clean?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, let's get it clean.
No, you do it, Bryson.
No, Patrick. Listen, Patrick self-cast him for the
Point to him. Point to him if you're going to cast Patrick. Point to Patrick. Okay.
Patrick self-cast.
All right. So
Okay.
Patrick, let's hear Across 110th Street.
Wah 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 wah.
The whole thing.
I mean, I do know the rest of it, but not
Just-
like well enough to sing it.
But do another line past that, because you just did Across 110th Street. Trying to catch a woman that's weak. Hey,
Look
pretty
at
good.
this.
Look at that special edition. Woodstock, Charlie Brown, and Snoop Brown. Really good.
Yes, pretty good.
All right.
What's the next line, George?
They're trying to catch a woman that's weak.
Trying to catch a woman that's weak, right? Like that.
The lyrics, so do you
Right.
like the feature from Charlie
Yep.
Brown?
Wah 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 wah. Wah 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 wah.
That can I tell you something, Patrick? Just me and Patrick. Just no, not just me and Patrick. Let's all be here. Can I tell you something, Patrick?
Mm-hmm.
That's some good Othmar.
So Bryson, the bumper is Snoopy on the moving walkway. That plays and it says Snoopy said that. This is the bumper we play when we attribute the quote to Snoopy.
Right.
Snoopy said that.
And let's get this trending Patrick gives good Othmar.
I don't know what Othmar is.
Miss Othmar was Linus Van Pelt's teacher.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Oh boy.
19% do not accept. 22%.
No,
Oh no,
19%
19% accept. 22% do not accept, and 59%, 58.6, Eugene Levy.
I think
where do we go from here?
I think now it needs to just be Dave or Eugene Levy.
I'm going to add one more thing, okay?
Sure.
Unless you say otherwise, Bumper Babies is currently at the top.
All right, that's fair.
Bye-bye, Bryson.
So the first one is going to be Eugene Levy. Oh no, the first one is going to be Big Davy. Actually, no, let's put Eugene Levy first because he's was the big winner there.
I just want to quickly spotlight the comment from the chat. Too many socks saying, Charlyne, remember when you were afraid you didn't know enough about Star Wars to come on this show?
Yeah,
It shows you.
Yeah, I
You know,
remember.
you should never be afraid. Oftentimes, the things that scare you most in life are barely about Star Wars at all.
I don't see all the comments because I'm on your private streaming thing.
You can click, if you click comments, you should be able to see them.
Where?
On the top, it says private chat or comments.
Oh, poor Charlyne is so lost.
I think we need a Charlyne reads the comments segment.
Yeah.
I want it. Dave. Lovey. Eugene, baby. Ha 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 ha. Charlyne, remember when you were afraid? You didn't know enough about Star Wars to go on the show? Yeah. I'm scrolling up. Damn, the 1 week where I can't watch till late, Charlyne Lee is on the show.
All right, I'm gonna. I'll propose this and see whether or not you approve of this as the third option. Okay, runoff. It'll be 5 minutes. The three options are Eugene Levy, Big Davy, or burn Tweezertown to the ground.
I think it's tough but fair.
Tough but fair. That's what I was going for. And this poll will last for 5 minutes.
Great.
Wow.
What's fair?
Charlyne, here's a big question.
Yeah.
If someone came to you and said, Charlyne, we know you've seen the original 3 Star Wars movies, but we want to make a Charlyne Star Wars show, what would that show be?
Or I'd probably say no. I can, I told you I auditioned for the Star Wars, and I was like, I don't want to be famous. I don't want to hold me.
Okay. But what if it's a voice? What if it's an animated show?
They do a lot of Star Wars cartoons. You could keep that anonymity, or you could be a motion capture character in a Star Wars movie. You could
Also,
be a robot or an alien.
Very hypothetical. You know,
it's not gonna come true if I say it.
I mean, it
might come true if you say it.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that, but probably not.
Would you be more likely to agree if they said it will be a secret Star Wars film that will only be used in-house?
Okay, yeah, and I'm an Ewok, and I get to talk about my day-to-day, like, very menial things, like, oh, yeah, I got some coffee today, and I saw Grandma. Just very, like, quiet moments of the day-to-day of Ewok.
Okay.
Great. All right, that's great. So, like an in-house instructional that like Lucasfilm staff can watch to learn about like proper behavior in the office.
It's like an in-house training video. Yes.
Oh no, just like slice of life, like
just slice of life in-house, just for their fun, just as like a little reward for working here. Like you can watch the Ewok film. Got it. Yeah. So it's just like a little bonus. All right. So far in the runoff election. Very tight between Eugene Levy and Big Davy, 22% and 23% with Big Davy in a slight lead. However, burn Town to the ground is at 55%. Not looking good for Tweezer Town. I think what we're discovering about the electorate is if you offer them a chaotic option, they will embrace it.
Chaos reigns amongst the Georgie Porgies.
Yeah. With 2 minutes left in the election, not looking good for Tweezer Town.
That's a shame.
And here's the thing. Charlyne, have you seen The Irishman?
No.
Do you know the Netflix film that you can buy on a physical format?
Yeah.
In your collection? Right. This is a film that my friend Marty Scorsese made. It's a long film by some standards. People say, "Ooh, this film's long." But our show that we do every week, because they made this once. They made one Irishman, and they just show the same one. Anytime you watch it, it's the same. We do this every week. And our format for our short shows is that they all have to be at least 1 minute longer than The Irishman. We call the format The Irishman Plus.
These are the short shows, the little shows.
Little tiny, when we do a brief show like this. And we just passed the Irishman a couple of minutes ago. And you're here for the celebration of it.
I feel honored. That's amazing.
Well, you put in the work. You've been here for the majority of the time we've been doing a show tonight. And one of the things that we find is that when we reach the Irishman Plus, it's good to be Vlad. Feels pretty good to be Vlad, doesn't it?
Feels good to be Vlad.
That is the public domain music of Mr. Vlad Lushenko. And now we have the results of the election. In third place, we have Big Davey, 21%. In second place,
not a great showing.
A terrible showing. I think he hurt himself with his "I don't want to be the mayor of Tweezer Town" speech.
In a certain way, that did not help his campaign.
It definitely cut against him. Eugene Levy in a distant second place at 24%, and then burned Tweezer Town to the ground at 55%. Let's get some fan art. Let's get some fan art of the destruction of Tweezer Town, a place we have never seen.
And
place,
geez, I mean, maybe we should. I feel like we should get not the concession speech because he didn't lose, but at least just like a checking in with Dave speech.
Yeah. Now,
I don't feel great about this. I saw the writing on the wall, and I was like, well, I guess I'm mayor of Tweezertown now. No. So I experimented with some concealer and some wax pencil. I thought I could get to be, closer to Davey and maybe not ruin my face by taking away my eyebrows for a long time. And I didn't even win. You know what I think about that? I'm shocked. Just like Davey. I honestly feel really bad for the people of Tweezertown. I feel like I let them down. Their city's going to be destroyed now because I didn't want to be their mayor. And now they're all they're gonna die.
Yeah.
I have to do something.
Yeah.
I don't know what there is to do at this point, Big Davey. I mean,
I don't know either. I thought putting concealer on my eyebrows was going to be enough.
No. Big Davey, I hate to say this, but right now you are the opposite of the Paul Feig directed Ghostbusters film. Because you didn't answer the call.
You didn't answer the call.
Mm. That's true. And people are going to suffer for it.
I feel like not enough attention is being paid to how quickly you shaved as well.
Yeah, I didn't do a great job.
I didn't even notice.
I didn't notice either.
It just hit me. The eyebrow thing was so first and foremost. I then had to process. He also shaved.
I didn't have enough time to get shaving cream.
Oh,
I'll say something because normally I really stand up for the Georgie Porgies. Normally, I love the Georgie Porgies. They really let down Tweezertown tonight because I want fan art to come in showing the destruction of Tweezertown being razed, completely burned to the ground, salting the earth, and I want people to submit that fan art now. Our first glimpses of Tweezertown will be of its destruction.
I don't want to see that. That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt.
But everyone here, I know they're all trying to Wonder Woman 1984. They're trying to renounce their wish, but they can't do it.
Renounce their wish.
This isn't. I'm going to tell you something because I want to clear this up. I know that we both premiered in a digital format during the pandemic, but for those of you who think this is Wonder Woman 1984, it's not. This is the George Lucas Talk Show.
It's not.
If you want to renounce your wish, go to HBO Max, watch THX 1138, and then watch Wonder Woman 1984, and then renounce your wish. But you can't.
Wonder Woman's not on there anymore. They took it down.
Not? Oh, so just go to HBO Max. Just go to HBO Max and watch THX 1138, which is on there, and which happy 50 THX, or and it's a fun film about a future where people can't make love, and but just know that we're not playing around when we do these elections on the show. I know this is the first time we've done it, but we're not playing around. You held the fate of Tweezertown in your hands. And Big Davey, although he was a reluctant public servant, look at the dedication. I knew he'd come through.
I would have done it.
Beginning.
I would have been honor bound to be their mayor.
Yeah.
But there's nothing to may anymore.
I'm proud of you, Big Davey.
Thanks.
Hey, these are what we learned from. And what was it you said earlier, Profound Patrick, about life and learning? What was your quote?
What's the point of living life if you're not learning all the time?
Was that it?
It was something like that. It was something like that.
It was better, slightly better than that.
It was more profound last time.
Yeah.
All right. We'll talk to you soon, Dave.
Yeah, we'll talk to you soon. I'll talk to you soon, Dave.
I'll talk to you soon, Dave.
Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna. We want to. I feel bad too, but here, you guys want to feel better?
Yeah.
Or we want to feel better?
Yeah.
I want to feel anything but this.
All right. I Googled Snoopy quotes, and this is the first thing that came up. Today will be great. No matter how I feel, I will dress up, show up, and never give up. And he's wearing a little suit. Pretty cute.
That makes you feel a little better, but I have an idea for how to feel a lot better.
Okay.
Hope it's another pie.
I really don't want it to be another pie.
I really hope it's a pie. If
Just
it's
so
not a
this-
pie,
Just so this is competitive, I want someone to be rooting for pie, so I'm going to go team pie. I hope it's a pie.
I'm gonna be sad if it's not a pie.
I hope it's a Blu-ray of Darren Aronofsky's
Pie. Oh, okay. What is this?
I had an extra. The fifth beat of the pie thing was going to be that I had bought empty pie crusts and I was going to eat those, but I just don't feel like doing it.
You know what? I think in the wake of what happened at Tweezertown, all bits are off.
All bits are off. This is the big book of peanuts.
Oh, great.
Okay,
You know what?
Charlyne, I want.
Can I say real quick, just as a little prelude to what you're about to do, because I feel like it's going to be profound.
Yeah.
Google says 4 things. They say people also ask, and I'm not going to give the answers. I just think I think these are 4 questions that from now on I think we're going to say these are the 4 questions. All right, and these are the 4 questions that we ask when we're feeling like we need a restart. These are the 4 questions that people are asking about Snoopy.
Okay.
Number 1, what is Snoopy's catchphrase? Number 2, what is Charlie Brown's famous saying? Number 3, how did Snoopy die?
What?
And number 4, why is Snoopy called Snoopy? Those are the 4 questions that people are asking.
I have 4 prompts for Charlyne. These are the 4 prompts when we're feeling bad. Charlyne, pick a year between 1950 and 1979.
1986.
79 is the end of the parameters. I only have the 3 volumes. It has to be from 1960 to it's from 1950 to 1979.
1970.
Okay, great. Okay. And Charlyne, I want you to pick a number from 1 to
12.
530. 12! Okay. This is a very big book. They weren't kidding. Okay, and Charlyne, now pick a number from 1 to 6.
6.
Okay. In the first panel, Charlie Brown is sitting on the floor watching the television. Sally Brown walks up behind him. Is it Christmas yet? She asks. No, not for another 9 months, Charlie Brown says, motionless. Sally Brown turns and walks away, holding a sock. Charlie Brown looks over his shoulder to clock her. Sally says, then I don't suppose I should hang up this stocking, ... And then Charlie Brown looks to us, breaking the 4th wall. He looks to us, the audience, and he says, now I remember what I was going to get her last Christmas. A calendar!
We had a calendar featured earlier in the show.
She doesn't know what day it is.
Now, Charlyne.
Yeah?
You said 1986 before.
Uh-huh.
Patrick, I want you to think carefully of a month of the year. And Watto, I want you to think of a day of the year.
George is going to big dog me that he has the complete collection and I only have the big box with the 3 decades.
Should I say it, George?
Sure, you can say it.
Okay, I say April.
Oh, can I say it, George?
Yes.
April 20th. Yeah, we get it. You have the complete Fantagraphics collection. Watto cheaped out.
It's a kind of a big book.
Yeah.
But I have 26 of them. 27.
So April 20th, 1986.
April 20th.
86 to 420.
April 20th.
Do you get it, George? George, do you get it?
I made a modern calendar for this year.
Whoa!
All the days just kind of blur into one and melt, and then fall into this glass. So this is for the year. If anyone needs to keep track of the days and the squares of time, I only got one copy, so now you know what day it is.
That is great. That is
really great.
It truly might be the single best piece of pandemic art I have seen. I do not say that hyperbolically.
Can I see one more time?
That hits hard.
There's no lines between the the rise and fall of light.
Mm-hmm.
So
Calendar. It's a year calendar. All the days are blending into one and melting into a glass.
Wow.
Drink it down.
Wow.
Wow.
Hold on. Well, here's the thing. I'm going to take the dust jacket off.
Okay.
But here's the remarkable thing, all right? Because this is the magic of creating a show together as friends cooperating. Patrick, why are we talking about all this?
Patrick, why are we talking about?
Do you remember?
What happened?
What started all this?
I'm not sure. Well, you made Star Wars.
No.
Yeah.
No, but what got us to this place in the show tonight?
That happened because people were talking about Charlie Brown.
But before we get, how did we get to talking about Charlie Brown? This is a George Lucas talk show. This isn't the Charlie Brown talk show.
We're talking about Big Date. No, Jackie Brown.
And then
Snoopy Brown. But how did we get onto that?
Snoopy.
Needles.
That's right. Because, and look who's on the cover of the 1986 volume.
That's so cute.
Wow.
There's the only one. The entire book is as designed by the cartoonist Seth. This is the Spike version of it.
Wow.
And when we get to April 20th, it is an all Spike, all needles Sunday edition of the show. Peanuts featuring good old Charlie Brown. And look, an action figure. Perfect. And you can feel I love that. And you can see how they had a conversation. Make him full screen for a second. Because they had a real conversation. Spike has these tender little whiskers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they had to make a choice. And they're like, how do we do the whiskers? Give him big whiskers.
Yeah. Well, you're not getting the definition here, but there's sculpted lines.
Yes. But it's definitely a look.
Mm-hmm.
This is the only one I own, though. You talk, George, about how that's the only volume. The only Peanuts action figure I own is Spike, because I think Spike's a rad dude.
And to the best of my memory, you and I have never discussed the character of Spike in Peanuts.
I don't think we've ever talked about Spike, but he is unquestionably my favorite character in the Peanuts universe.
All right. So I'm going to recite, and then I'll show you the artwork. In the opening panel of the Sunday page, which is often a visual image that's not connected to the narrative, but is more connected to the theme of the strip.
Tone setting.
Yes, it's a mood piece. We see a very, Spike is a depressed character much of the time. He's lonely. He's losing his mind, living alone in the desert. We see his sad face just above a giant black bow tie and some buttons, a button-down shirt with some frill at the side. The first proper panel of the strip, we see him carrying a Rento tux. Now, one thing that's interesting about this, if you'll notice, here, I'll show you the first panel here. So you see what the big little head over the big tie?
Wow.
In the first panel, Rento tux. But look at the way that Charles Schultz has, because of the placement of Spike's arm, he's had to sort of cheat a little bit. That would be a very weird way for Rento tux to issue their logo, right?
Yeah.
Rent, space.
Yeah.
Oh, tux. Yes.
Then we see him take the tuxedo out of the packaging, put on the jacket, straighten the tie, look in a mirror that is hanging on a cactus, walk some unknown distance, stand atop a small stand of some sort. And then in the final panel, we see that he is conducting an orchestra of cacti.
Whoa.
This guy is so fucking cool.
Yeah.
There's a little comic on the back of this Spike action figure.
Let's hear it. Who could
On
have
the
thought
first,
this would be the final portion of the show? This is delightful.
August 13th, 1975. Is this the introduction of Spike?
This is the introduction of Spike. Yes.
My brother has arisen. Eggs Benedict for my brother Spike. I think you'd better make that 10 pounds of buffalo steak and be revealed that Spike is a wisp of a thing.
It's a weird panel.
And it's a visual gag. And here's the interesting thing. So that's August of 1975.
Yeah.
This is mere weeks after my buddy Steve's hit film Jaws was released in theaters.
Yes.
Spike and Jaws were born in the same summer.
Yes, 2 blockbusters in one summer.
Smart Overcoat bringing up a good point here.
What's that?
That means that Lucy can hear and understand Snoopy.
This is a very weird strip. You rarely have, like, this is, the first panel is Snoopy thinking something. The second is him announcing it. It's still presented as a thought bubble, but he's clearly has the body language of a proclamation.
Also, am I misremembering? Why is Lucy answering to Snoopy?
I don't know. Lot of questions about this Spike strip.
Charlyne, what's your favorite movie?
I don't know. I feel like I don't have any answers for favorites.
It's okay. It's okay.
Patrick, why are we leaving Peanuts Town?
I was just asking Charlyne a question.
Did you think her favorite movie was Snoopy Come Home or the Peanuts movie?
Hang on. Excuse me, George.
Hang on. Full screen.
Charlyne.
What was that?
Let's hear it again.
Yeah.
No, I was looking the whole time for more toys to show because you guys were talking.
And may the force be with you.